Hello everyone, it's Dalton here, and you're watching Video Game Finds number 98. Now this time, everything that you're going to be seeing in this video, I'm going to be showcasing everything that we found from our last trip of the season to Mile High Flea Market down in Denver. So without further ado, let's get started with it. Alright, so there's a bunch of stuff here, guys, really good amount of stuff, so we'll just go ahead and just get right in. Alright, first thing here, nothing too spectacular, but I got 20 plus jewel cases for 50 cents, as it says. It was written on the side there. This was our first pickup that we got when we were there. I could always use extras of these, so that was always, that's really cool to, just get extra cases and stuff like that, because those are always, needed, because I always get disc onlys of games all the time, so that was very cool. Alright, next we got here a Model 2 Sega Genesis console, and that came with two controllers here. Both work. The console works great. It did not have its cords to it, but it came with a Super Nintendo AV cord here, official Nintendo brand, so that was pretty good. That was $15, which is really nice. And then the same seller also had a the latest model Slim PS2 console here. It has been dropped, or something was dropped on it, because there's a big crack in the top there. And there's also a couple little dents and stuff in it. But there's the console, and it came with the AVs and power cord here, so that's really nice. No controller, but it was only $5, so that was a really good deal. So $20 for the two consoles there from the same seller. I thought that was a really good deal, so that's very cool. Alright, and then next here we have, it's going to be kind of heavy, so I got to try to pick this up. We've got two first model Xbox 360 consoles here and a regular original Xbox. Unfortunately, all three of these consoles do not work correctly. The Xbox original here does not open, the drive does not open correctly, and then one of the 360s has a red ring of death, and then the other one just does not read games. So they're all problematic, so I'm probably just going to part them out or do something with them. I'm not too sure yet. But they were only $25 for the three consoles, which is not bad. So I didn't lose a whole lot there. But also what came with that stack was a aftermarket GameStop edition, or GameStop version, or no, Mad Catz, excuse me, Mad Catz brand Xbox 360 wired controller there. No dongle, or no breakaway, so that's unfortunate, but the controller does work because I have an extra, I do have a breakaway that I could test it with, so that's good at least. And then there was a power cord for the original Xbox at least, so that's good. And then the red ring Xbox 360, there was a disc of Dragon Age Origins, so that was pretty cool. I had to physically open the 360 though to get the game out, because there was no way of getting it out otherwise, so I had to physically open it. So, but that's not that big a deal. So there's those, not too bad. Pretty cool. Then we've got an original Xbox Duke controller here. Again, no breakaway, but it's in very good shape and it works great. And that was $4 just because it didn't have the breakaway on it. I said it was missing a piece. They were originally asking $5, so I got it to $4. So that's pretty good. And then we've got a really nice condition official Nintendo Super Nintendo controller here. That was $5, so that's very cool. So there's that. And then we have here two different times we came to the same seller, but I'll show these in just, at the same time. But there's an official jet black GameCube controller here, official Nintendo brand. It's missing the thumbstick cover, but that's not that big a deal. And it rumbles though, which is good. That was a pretty good bonus to find out for that. But it was only $4, so that's pretty cool. And then the same seller also had 11 original Nintendo games, which is really nice. One of them I do not have at all, so I'm going to keep it. And then some of these might be upgrades because these are all really nice condition games. But the first one here is a 3-screw of 1942. As you can see there's a 3-screw, which is really nice. I did not have that, so that's going to be the variant that I'm going to be keeping. Then we have a copy of Black Box Baseball. Then we have Kid Nicky Radical Ninja. Again, like I said, these are all in very nice shape, so some of these are probably going to be upgrades. And we've got Kings of the Beach, Ninja Gaiden, which is really nice, that's a good one, Nintendo World Cup, Rad Racer, too bad it's not the 5-screw, I've been looking for that one. We've got a 5-screw of Super Mario Brothers, And we got a Tecmo Bowl. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1. And last but not least, TNC Surf Design Wood and Water Rage. So all 11 of those games were $40, which is not bad considering some of the titles that are in there are really nice. So that's really cool. So very good bundle of games there. That was awesome to see some retro games. Alright, and then next we got here an almost complete in box PS2 console here. The reason the flaps are open is so it's prepared so I can kind of show it to you guys. But there it is. There's the, if you can see it, there's the console. It's got all the cords, the controller, and there's actually a extension cable in there too for controller. And there was actually a game that was in the console, so we'll go ahead and cut away to that right now so you guys can see that. Alright, so here is the boxed PS2 that we got from the flea market. So first we're going to go ahead and see if it powers on, which it does, so that's great, good start. So now we're going to go ahead and see if there's a game in it. And there is. It's a Madden 07. I kind of figured, just based on the condition of this console, it'd be something that would have a sports title or something in it. Very nice disc, but nothing too spectacular, but I mean, I guess it's a game, so that's cool, I guess. I mean, it's just another throw-in, really. I mean, it's not a spectacular title, but it is what it is, so it was free, so I don't have to worry about it. So anyways, so we'll go ahead and head back to the main video now. Alright guys, so yeah, the game wasn't too exciting, but I mean, Madden for PS2 is better than nothing at all. But also, yeah, the PS2 also had a PS1 memory card in here, which is really nice. So there's no manuals, but I think I have an extra set of manuals that I could put in here and you know, piece together and make it 100% complete. But they were originally asking $20 for that, and I got it to $15. So that was really exciting, just because for one, it was complete in the box almost, and it works perfectly fine. So that was really, really exciting to get that. So now I have 2 boxed PS2s that I found this summer, which is exciting. So that's really cool. Alright, and then next we found a boxed white Nintendo Wii here. And unfortunately for this one, this console has a bad laser and drive. I marked it so I knew, so I wouldn't forget about it. But this is complete in the box. I'm not going to show the whole thing just because it would take too long to get it all out. But I'll go ahead and show, you know, the highlight, which is really, really cool. There's actually a bonus in here, but I guess I can kind of show it. There's the Wii, has the cord, the power cord there in the Wiimote. And then what I thought was exciting was there was a Mario Wiimote in there. The Mario Edition one, and it has the cover over it too, and it also has the wrist strap, which usually kids would lose and stuff. So that was really cool to see in there. And that controller goes for about $20 alone, which is really exciting. And it's pretty cool because I don't have it yet, so I'm definitely hanging on to it. But there's the rest of the stuff. It has the Wii Sports in there and everything, an extra controller, all the cords, everything. So everything's there. Just the Wii doesn't work. But that whole bundle was only $20, so it was not a terrible deal at all, especially seeing that Mario controller was in there. That was a big bonus for sure. So that's very cool. Alright, so here is the boxed Wii from the flea market. So first we're going to go ahead and plug it in, see if it powers on, or at least lights up. And it does, which is a great start. So now we'll go ahead and see if there's a disc inside of it. And I hear something spinning in there, so I definitely hear something that's, you know, there's something in there for sure. So let's see what it is. It is National Geographic Challenge Wildlife. I've never heard of that actually. So I don't know if it's worth anything. It's probably one of those cheap end titles like the Wii usually has, but I mean, that's cool. It's a bonus disc, I guess. So it looks pretty nice too, so that's pretty cool. So bonus disc, I guess it's nothing too spectacular, but it's definitely pretty cool to see a bonus game in there. So very cool. So alright, now we'll go ahead and switch it back to the main video. Now we've got another set of stuff from this one guy that, you know, he had some pretty good, you know, little bundles that we put together, and it was really nice. First we have here another original Xbox Duke controller. Again, no breakaway, but this one was also $4 because he was originally asking $5, but I told him I was missing the piece, so he dropped it to $4, which is really nice. So there's that. Then he also had a hard drive for the Xbox 360s. I believe this is the regular 20 gigabyte hard drive, which, you know, is nothing fancy, but it's there, so that's pretty cool. That was, I believe, $5, which is really nice. And then he also had this for $1. It's a breakaway for a wired 360 controller, which is what I was telling you about. That's how I tested that Mad Catz controller earlier that I showed you guys. So there's that. And then he also had a very nice fat PS2 console here, which is in very, very nice shape. Very clean. It has an official memory card with it. It's never been opened, which is really nice. And then it also came with one official charcoal black controller, official power cord, and then an aftermarket AV cord. And there was also a game in that console as well, so we'll go ahead and cut to that clip so you guys can see that. Alright, so here is yet another PS2 from the flea market. First, we're going to go ahead and see if it powers on. And it does. That's always a great sign. So now we'll go ahead and see if there's a game inside of it. Wow, the fan hasn't even kicked on yet on this one, which is nice. And there's a game inside, which is pretty cool. This one is Lego Batman the video game, which, that's pretty cool. It's got a few light scratches on it, but I could tell this is probably a kid's game, so that's to be expected. But that's definitely an awesome little bonus to have in one of the consoles. So, very, very cool. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and kick it back to the main video. Alright guys, that game was Lego Batman the video game, which is pretty cool. I mean, that was a pretty good little find there, so that's pretty cool to see extra games in consoles. I always love finding those, so that's awesome. Alright, so the two controllers, or the one controller, the hard drive, the console, and I think it was, I can't remember, I think it was $35 or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but everything was like $35, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, it was a really good deal overall, so it was awesome. Alright, next we have two consoles here. These were just kind of like stacked in with a bunch of stuff, so it was just, they were on the ground, so it was kind of like, I don't know if I want to pay too much. But we have here an original fat PS2 and an original Xbox. The PS2 works fine, it's just really, really rough. And the Xbox does not work because it does not read discs. But that one is also really, really rough. That's why I marked it and stuff. But it has like a chip in the top, and the front drive is missing and everything like that. But that's, you know, I just took a risk on it just because they were cheap enough. The guy was originally asking 20. I said I asked if he would take 15, and then we negotiated for a while, and we finally agreed upon 16. So $8 a console is not a bad deal. It's kind of a weird price, but it was definitely worth buying them just because I know the PS2 at least works, so that's cool. So there's that. All right, and then we have here three more consoles. We have here two fat PS2 consoles and an N64. And the N64 console had a game in it, and that is WCW versus NWO World Tour, which is pretty nice. That's pretty cool. It's nothing spectacular, but it's an extra bonus game. And so there's the consoles there. All three consoles work, which is really nice. And the PS2s both came with controllers. One Oceanic Blue that does not work, unfortunately, and then the charcoal black one that does work. And then one of the PS2 consoles had a game in it, so we'll go ahead once again, we'll switch over to that so you can see that as well. Alright, so here's yet another PS2 from the flea market. First we're going to go ahead and see if it powers on. And it does, that's a great sign, that's always the first step. So now we're going to go ahead and see if there's anything inside. And there is, which is pretty cool. It's a Midway Arcade Treasures. Pretty decent game. That's really cool. It's got a few light scratches and stuff on it, but I mean, that's to be expected for most PS2 games. You know, you average wear, but that should play just fine. So that is really cool. That's a nice little bonus to have. So definitely an awesome little surprise in there. So, all right, we'll go ahead and head back to the main video now. Alright guys, so that bonus game was Midway Arcade Treasures, which is pretty cool. I thought that was such an awesome find. It's definitely a better game than, you know, some junk titles that are found, like not junk, but just like not as fun games. Like, I guess some people could say Madden's fun, but it's just like not worth anything. But anyways, it was a good game to find in there, so that's cool. Alright, and then next we have here another PS2 set here. Got a slim PS2. It's got all the cords, an aftermarket wireless GameStop controller that does not work, so I'll probably end up just throwing that away. but then it does have a real controller, which is really nice. The console does not work, unfortunately. It needs a new laser, but I can repair that, so that's not that big a deal. But then there was one bonus game that they let us pick out with it, and that is Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, which is supposed to have the bonus CD in it, but it unfortunately doesn't, but at least has the manual and the disc for the game, so that was pretty cool. This is a pretty decent price game, so that's really cool. The whole bundle I think was 30 bucks, which is not the end of the world, just because I can go ahead and fix it up and it'll be perfectly fine once again. So very, very cool. Alright, and then we have here yet another PS2 Slim. And this one didn't have anything but the AV cords and then a DVD remote dongle, which is not too big a deal, just because, I could always find a DVD remote for it, so that's pretty cool. But what's really spectacular about this console, guys, is it's actually modded, which is very, very exciting. Tyler actually was testing it for me, and he noticed it, and he looked it up for me, and he said that it's modded. And we tested it, and we tried it out by, because I have a couple of Australian and Japanese games that we put into it, and they played them. Or this console played those games, so I thought that was just absolutely phenomenal. So I'm definitely going to be hanging on to this console just because it's modded and I can play any game from around the world that I want, and even DVDs as well, so that's really cool. So that was 20 bucks, which is not bad at all, especially knowing it's modded, so that's really cool. And then we also got a really cool Xbox 360 game here, and it's Aliens vs. Predator, which is really cool. This one is 100% complete and in very nice shape, and this one's worth about 15 bucks, but that was $5, so very cool. So definitely an awesome find there. So there's that. And then we've got yet another slim PS2 bundle here. This one's completely set up. It's got the cords and the controller. Everything works perfectly fine. It even has a memory card, which is first party brand. And the guy was originally asking 25, and I asked if he'd take 20, and then we agreed upon 23. So again, a really nice purchase, really nice console. It's almost brand new, so that was really cool as well. Alright, and then last but not least, we got a stack of games here. These are all from different spots, so I'll go ahead and show them in increments here. So the first one here is for the original Game Boy. That's Wario Land Super Mario Land 3. Did not have it yet, so I thought that was cool. That was $4, so that's very cool. Then we got 4 games here from the same guy that I just showed you with that PS2 Slim. These were all originally individually priced. We ended up agreeing at 20 bucks, which is absolutely awesome. We got the GameShark Pro version 3.0 for the N64, which is actually really cool. So I guess you could say that was 5 bucks. And then we've got a Pokemon Red for original Game Boy. Battery does save, so that's very nice. And that was also 5 bucks. And then we've got 2 PS2 games here. We've got an NFL Street 3 Greatest Hits Edition, but it is complete, 100%. Very nice shape. That one was really nice to find. And then we also have a Greatest Hits version of Resident Evil 4, which is also in very nice shape and 100% complete. So very nice, 20 bucks for those 4. I thought that was an awesome deal, so I'm definitely not going to pass that up. So very cool. Alright, and then we got 2 games here, one for the original Xbox and one for PS3. First one here is the Halo 2 Limited Collector's Edition, which is in very nice shape. It's got the slipcover and everything, the metal steel bookcase. It's got everything in it. It's 100% complete, which I thought was absolutely phenomenal. It's got both discs, the manual, the pamphlets, everything is in there. And that was only 5 bucks. And I'm probably going to hang on to this one just because I don't have the second Halo, and I think having the collector's edition of it would be really cool to have in the collection. So definitely very, very cool. And the PS3 game here is Resident Evil 2, or Resident Evil Revelations 2, excuse me, mouthful. But that one is complete. It's not supposed to have a manual because the manual information is on the back of the insert. So technically this is complete. So very, very nice shape. That was also $5. So very cool. Alright, and then the last 2 pieces here, we have a Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the original Xbox, which is very nice find. These are very nice to find indeed. This one is complete, it's just missing the pamphlet mailing card, but the disc is very nice and so is the manual, so that's cool. And then last but not least, we have a Nintendo 64 memory card in the box. It is not the official memory card in there, it's one of those aftermarket ones, but I do have a real one that I could put in there and complete this essentially, because it's got the manual and everything. So I thought that was just really cool because you don't normally see people hang on to accessory boxes like that, so I thought that was really, really cool. So the Star Wars Battlefront 2 was 10 bucks, and then that memory card in the box was 5. So definitely a very awesome deal from that one stall for sure. So Alright guys, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you would like, go ahead and hit subscribe and hit that bell so you know when the next time I upload a video. I just want to say thank you guys so much for staying tuned and checking out this new video. And if you tell your friends and family about me, I really appreciate you guys for doing that. That's really awesome of you guys to share the videos that I make, and we just can build up a better community and everything, and everyone gets to see the stuff that I love to share with you guys. So I love you guys a lot. Thank you for so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. See you later, guys.